everyone, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 19th of September 2019. Thank you so much for joining me. It is a pleasure to be with you today. I'm using a deck that I'm not quite sure what the name of the deck is. I think it may be the Witch's Tarot, but I'm not sure because I haven't got the cover and I've just got the deck like this. So, not sure of the name. I'm sure one of you guys will know it once you see the cards. So I'm just going to shuffle them a couple of times. I set the intention. What is Thursday, the 19th, going to be like? And how can we, first of all, what is the energy about? How can we use it so it works to our advantage? And these readings are for all signs of the zodiac, and they're for everyone who watches. So this applies to you watching this right now. So let's have a look. Oh, I'm getting nervous. I don't know why. Novice of Wands, Three of Swords, Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Okay. Someone is just figuring out what they're trying to do with their life. They get dumped. They're heartbroken. So they have the extra time to devote themselves to their life purpose. And they end up on easy street because they become an expert. They become the king of wands instead of the novice of wands. And they work in a very skilled, expert way. And they land on easy street because they use those skills in a disciplined, concise, effective way. And she's bought her own home. She's got her cats. She's sitting there enjoying an iced tea in the sunshine. The roses are growing. And she's having a grand old time by herself. So what may seem like the end of the world today emotionally really isn't. It's actually something that frees you up to do other more practical, positive things. So if there's any emotional loss today, it's really good to know that, oh, thank goodness, at least something good will come out of this. That's what the cards are saying. So don't get too upset if someone says this relationship is over, I've had it, I'm done with this, I don't love you anymore, or I'm in love with someone else, or I'm just not getting what I want. Then accept that. It's really hard, it's heartbreaking, but accept it for what it is. And obviously today you're not going to bounce back like that and say, oh, wonderful, it's going to open new doors of opportunity for me. But in the long term, you'll see that it's for the best. Now, the novice of wands, you can see that he's just figuring out the basics. So he's looking at a fire. What is the exact nature of fire? What does it do? Does it cleanse? Does it destroy? Does it heat? What is the nature of it? He is also studying the symbol of fire, which is a wand. So what does this wand do? Does it grow? Does it provide me with energy and a sense of future? Is it a magic wand? Can I just wave it and manifest the things that I want? This orange cloak that he's in says yes, because orange is the sacral chakra and it's about control. So you're on a path at the moment. You're happily traipsing along on your little way. You're living your life purpose. You're listening to your intuition. It's all good. You feel in control of your life. Everything's hunky-dory. And then something comes along, totally out of the blue, and stab, dagger in, dagger in, dagger in, and you're like, ouch. That hurt. Swords are air communication. 3 in numerology is also communication the way you think. And either you think about something too long and you end up hurting yourself. So you think back to, this is something that happens to OCD people. I've got a bit of OCD, but there's something called intrusive thinking. And sometimes intrusive thoughts come in and you have no power to control them. And sometimes the mind just puts on a negative tape and shows you every horrible thing that you've ever done in your life. Those are negative, intrusive thoughts. And you can sit there in the shower in the fetal position by the end of it if you don't get yourself out of that spiral. Unless you get yourself out of the shower, dry off, and put on some music or go out in the sun to distract yourself. So you can hurt yourself by just hanging out in the bad neighborhood that is your mind sometimes. Anyone who has alcoholism or addiction, when we go into the neighborhoods of our minds, they're so dangerous. It's best not to go there alone. Either go there with your higher power, your guides, your sponsor, whatever. It could be that someone does say something to you like this relationship is over, that will also hurt. Or it could be backstabbing at work. It could be someone says, oh yeah, I don't know about that manager job. I didn't apply for it. I really don't know what's going on for it. And then 2 hours later, the managers come out and they announce, oh, Annie's going to be our new ground floor manager. Everyone give Connie a round of applause. Congratulations. And you're like, that bee. I applied for that job. I wanted it. And she didn't even tell me, or she denied that she applied. She lied to my face. She betrayed me. So the cards are saying, yes, something emotional isn't going to be ideal, okay? But look at the bigger picture of life. First of all, you learn a valuable lesson. You learn a valuable lesson that you're powerless, so you have no control over people, what they say, what they do, places, what they do to you, and things, and what they can do to you. You have no power over people, places, and things. So this is a horrible reminder, because whenever we're reminded of that, it involves pain. And it shows us that we're not in control of our lives. And that sometimes we just have to accept things and move on. And that the promise of a life that we were... An example. There's a woman who is married. She marries her high school sweetheart. They live on the East Coast in America. They get married. He gets a great job on the West Coast, so they move to sunny California. They're living the dream. They're happy. They have 3 kids. Everything's going hunky-dory. And then he meets someone else. And he falls madly in love. And it's not his fault. And it's not anyone's fault. But he falls madly in love. And he decides to leave his wife, and he decides to go with this new woman who he absolutely adores, and he decides to leave the kids behind and to simply co-parent. And the wife that has been left, her life has turned out completely the way she wouldn't have wanted it to turn out. She thought everything was beautiful, and she was living this wonderful life with the love of her life and the 3 children, and they were a family. And now suddenly she's in a place she doesn't know, with no friends. She has 3 children that she needs to take care of full time. She needs to find work to support herself. And she's now completely alone with these kids. And she had this wonderful life planned out for herself. And you have no control over other people or who they fall in love with or things or places. And it's a horrible lesson, and it hurts, but we have to remember it. And that's why we ought to be grateful and happy when we do have things in our lives which aren't at risk and a threat of going kablooey, poof, bye-bye. Don't take the emotional sucker punch too badly, because learning that lesson is going to be incredibly valuable to you. And you're going to get up again. You're going to see the sunlight again. Stormy weather is going to pass. After the rain comes the sunshine and the rainbow. And you dedicate yourself to living your best life. I mean, getting 2 cats is really, that's just a detail. But for instance, getting a pet may be something that's nurturing to you. Maybe doing exercise every morning for an hour is something that nurtures you. Maybe making yourself that glass of iced tea or lemonade in the afternoon and sitting on the porch and then just catching some rays is the way that you support yourself and the way you nurture yourself. And that's the answer, okay? So you're not in control of everything in the universe, unfortunately. If we were, wouldn't life be so much better? Like, I want the best looking boyfriend in the world and I want him to adore me. Snap my fingers, suddenly he's there. I want to live in the most lovely house that's the most eco-friendly and really easy and cheap to maintain. Snap my fingers and it's there. I move in with my boyfriend who loves me and adores me just because I snap my fingers. Wouldn't that be amazing? People always say, oh, life would be so boring if that was the case. I could do with a little boredom. I've got an endless imagination. I would snap my fingers all the time. I would have the best time. So if we were in control, life would be very, very different. But the good thing is that you've been through this before. You know that you can't control everything. You have realized that in your years of being here on planet Earth. And what you do is you make the best of a bad situation. You learn the lesson that you get from it. You continue to focus on your life purpose, on your mission, on what fires you up. And the bad news is actually something that gives you extra free time to work on your life purpose, on your passion. And if your life purpose and your vocational aptitudes are the same, then this heartbreak makes space for you to look at your vocation and to progress in your vocation and to do even better in that, and to focus on career for the day instead of relationships, and seeing what you can do today to make changes to your career. Can you get a promotion today? So if something is negative, that comes in, remember that you have thick skin and a warm heart. And that just because something has happened, you don't need to let it define you, or you don't need to let it bring you down, because you are loved. You are a child of the universe, and in spiritual truth, this heart can never be damaged. Yes, on a physical, emotional level, it can be stabbed, heartbreak. But on a spiritual level, there's this spark of you, there's this part of you which is pure and untouchable, and it's within the higher power. That's where it's guarded. You are in a safe somewhere within the higher power. And it's your soul and your body who are here at the moment. You're not powerless. You have the ability, just as other people have the ability to stick those knives in, you have the ability to pull them out and to make space for expertise, for skills, and for skills that allow you to be completely independent here on planet Earth and to create the most beautiful version of planet Earth that you can imagine. For her, it's a veranda with beautiful roses and cats. What does your ideal life look like? Ask yourself. My ideal living situation is a bedroom that has a pool next to it. And when I get up in the morning, I'm able to just immediately kind of roll out of bed and roll into my pool and do a couple of laps just to, say hello to the day and to awaken and to freshen up. And then I'd like to have like this open layout. So then on the other side of the pool, I'd go into the kitchen and I'd make myself a smoothie. And then, that's my ideal living situation for the future. And because I can see it in my mind's eye, I'm sure I'm going to manifest it. Does it sound extravagant? Yes. Is it way beyond my means? Yes. But I'm going to manifest that in my mind, and somehow I will make that a reality. So I will Instagram the selfie of me in my pool soon. Wait for the day. Stay with me until the day that I take that selfie in my pool at my house, which I own. It's going to be an awesome day. So dream big yourself. Have a lovely day. And by the way, if I ever do post that, I'm serious. I would post it to Instagram or Twitter. My Twitter, I don't know why no one follows me on Twitter, because I think a lot of you guys just aren't on Twitter. My Twitter is Talk to Gregory. Please follow me there. I've got 900 people or something who follow me on Twitter. It's really sad. And then Instagram, it's Gregory Scott 444. And I've got a lot more people there. So I update both of them most days. And obviously the Facebook page, facebook.com/Gregory Scott 444. So the only one that's different is the Twitter one, is Talk to Gregory. So check me out on some of those social media things, because I put astrology memes up and I do little funny jokes. You know how I like my little dad humor. And yeah, I just kind of engage with all of this stuff and what's funny and what's cute and what's heartbreaking and all of the different things in my life. So please follow me on those social media. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Click on the readings tab to order your reading. In my personal readings, I can answer any questions you have about relationships, love, work, life purpose, anything at all. So just order the reading by visiting my website. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and share the video online. That would be fabulous. I hope you have a wonderful day. Keep her in mind. A wonderful, wonderful day. And I'll speak to you tomorrow. Oh, have I done the numbers? No, I haven't. Novice is 1. 9 is 10. 3 is 13. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 is stability and security. So the negative that leaves your life today creates space for you to use your control to build something really solid and stable and that gives you foundation in life. So something that seems bad actually helps you to become more stable in the long term. So don't judge everything as good and bad today. You don't know yet. Have a lovely, lovely Thursday, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.